Congenital Adrenal Hyperplasia. An explanation by Mehrotra.
Details about this video. The previous video gave us an overview of genetic disorders. This video will transition from genetic disorders towards an overview of CAH specifically. More videos on CAH and my personal experiences are coming soon, so stay tuned.
In the previous video, we discussed genetic disorders and the basics of CAH. You can click on the link in the description to watch the full video. Let's explore some keywords that will come up in this video. A mutation is a change in genetic code while it is being copied. Multiple genes make up a chromosome. The number of chromosomes an organism has will vary. Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, while bacteria have only one. Inheritance is the passing of traits from one generation to the next. Puberty is a period of growth when children develop into adults, usually taking place between the ages of 11 to 19. ACTH is adrenocorticotropic hormone, a hormone that stimulates the production of cortisol. Part 1. The body is made up of many systems, and the endocrine system is one of them. This system handles the secretion of hormones in the body. To use an analogy, if the body was a city, the endocrine system would be the postal service. Genetic disorders can affect any organ, and therefore any system, but CAH affects the endocrine system because it prevents the secretion of hormones such as cortisol, aldosterone, and testosterone. Now, let's look at genetic mutations. A mutation is when a gene's code is changed while it is being copied in the process of reproduction. Genetic mutations can be harmless, beneficial, or detrimental. However, the term is generally only used for negative mutations. Mutations happen during the genetic replication process. There are three types of mutations: additions, deletions, and recombinations. Now, let's look at Legos to understand mutations. Hey everyone, let's explore genetic disorders using Legos. Each of these is a gene on a chromosome. This is additional genetic material. In addition, is when genetic material is added to an existing gene during reproduction. A deletion is when genetic material is removed from a gene during reproduction. Now, let's explore recombination. In a recombination, genetic material from two genes is switched around. For example, like this. Although it is easy to believe otherwise, genetic mutations are not contagious and can spread regardless of what type of mutation it is. As a result, there is nothing to be afraid of when you are interacting with someone who has genetic disorders. Part 2. Now, let's look at chromosomes causing CAH. There are multiple types of CAH, and each type is caused by a combination of genetic defects. Because 21OH CAH makes up 95% of all CAH cases, this video will only focus on genetic defects relating to this. 21OH CAH is caused by mutations on the 6th chromosome, on the CYP21 gene. Right next to it is the CYP21P gene, a pseudogene that does not code for the 21OH enzyme. Recombinations between CYP21 and CYP21P are a common cause of CAH. There are dozens of known mutations on the CYP21 gene that can lead to CAH. However, there are less than a dozen common mutations that cause CAH. All of these are close to each other in the human genome. If you're interested in knowing more, the book Congenital Adrenal Hyperplasia by C.H. Sue and Scott A. Rifkes is an extremely useful resource for parents, patients, and interested people alike. If you've got any questions at this stage, don't hesitate to drop me a comment below, and I'll try my best to get back to you. Now, let's look at CAH and inheritance. Inheritance is a process by which traits from parents are passed on to children. Let's look at the scenarios for the traits that parents might have and the effects these traits will have on the children. A capital N refers to a gene that will not cause CAH. A lowercase n refers to a CAH carrying gene. In other words, a capital N is a dominant gene and a lowercase n is a CAH carrying gene. Two capital N's show an individual who is not affected by CAH. A capital N followed by a lowercase n denotes a carrier of CAH. A carrier does not have CAH, however, they do have the genes that can cause it, and their children may have CAH. Finally, two lowercase n's show someone who is affected by CAH, either as a parent or as a carrier. In case 1, neither parent is affected. We can multiply their genes, all of which are capital N's, to see the possibilities for children. In this case, there is a 100% chance that the child will not have CAH. In case 2, one parent is a carrier and one parent is unaffected. Once again, we can multiply their genes to find out the possibilities. In this case, we find that there is a 50% chance, in other words, 2 out of 4, that the child will be unaffected, and a 50% chance that the child will be a carrier. If the parents had different genes, for example, parent 1 is a carrier and parent 2 is unaffected, we find that the possibilities remain the same. Once again, there's a 50% chance that the child will be unaffected and a 50% chance that the child will be a carrier. In case 3, one parent is a carrier and one parent is affected by CAH. Let's look at the possibilities for this case. In this case, we find that there's a 50% chance that the child will be a carrier. There's a 75% chance that the child will be a carrier actually, and there's a 25% chance that the child will have CAH. We see the same thing if the roles of the parents were reversed, as in if parent 1 is a carrier and parent 2 is affected. Once again, we find that there's a 75% chance that the child will be a carrier and a 25% chance that the child will have CAH. In case 4, both parents are carriers of CAH. In this case, let's find the possibilities. Here we see that there's a 25% chance that the child will be completely unaffected and a 50% chance that the child is a carrier and a 25% chance that the child will be unaffected. In case 5, one parent is affected and the other parent isn't. In this case, we see that these are the following possibilities. In other words, there's a 100% chance that the child will be a carrier. If the roles of the parents were reversed, once again, we see the same thing. In case 6, both parents are affected by CAH. In this case, multiplying, we find that, that's autocorrect. We find that in all outcomes, there is a 100% chance that the child will have CAH. In this case, we see the 6 different cases for the genetic makeup of parents and the possibilities for the child having CAH, being a carrier, or being completely unaffected. Now, let's look at the symptoms of CAH. Rapid childhood growth, including height being at a higher percentile than weight for the child's age. Early puberty. Many cases of salt-wasting CAH are also characterized by dehydration, vomiting, and low blood pressure. Many cases of simple virilizing CAH, a less severe form of 21-OH CAH, are characterized by less severe symptoms, with ambiguous female genitalia often being the only noticeable symptom in children. Let's look at how doctors can diagnose CAH. Prenatal testing allows a diagnosis for the child before they're even born. An early warning sign is irregularities in the height-weight chart for patients after they're born. Specifically, 21-OH deficiency can be tested with tests for other hormones. When the 21-OH enzyme is defective, there are higher levels of hormones such as DHEA, androstenedione, and testosterone, because cortisol is a regulator for all of these. In some cases, results from these hormone tests can be in the gray area between definitely having CAH and not having it. An ACTH stimulation test is prescribed by doctors in this case to give more conclusive results. The results from this test can be used to tell whether a patient is unaffected, a carrier, or affected by CAH. CAH does not have a cure. However, treatments are possible and these allow patients to live normal, healthy lives. CAH is usually treated by a class of medicines known as glucocorticoids. Supplementary mineralocorticoid medicines may also be required. Additionally, there are experimental treatments that are available. These are not guaranteed to work but have a higher potential. There is a higher risk both financially and from a health perspective. However, if the experimental treatments work, it's more likely for you to have a permanent cure or treatment. For this reason, it's a higher risk for a higher reward. Now, let's look at a recap of everything we covered in this video. In this video, we learned about the endocrine system, genetic mutations, chromosomes that cause CAH, inheritance, symptoms of CAH, how CAH is diagnosed, and how it can be treated. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to share it with people you know to allow this awareness project to have the widest impact possible. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos related to CAH coming soon. Thank you.